Nelson. And Goss finds him. Poised under fire.
Nelson, a terrific outside shooter. Hit 2 out of 3 against the Ducks on Saturday.
Jim, they overhelped. It wasn't needed. Seem to get Meeks going with a dump down now.
He takes Karnowski to the other side.
Third foul on Collins. Well, you must be related to Hicks. I thought he was just a tough shot because of the D.
Barry.
A nice pass. What a play. Nice.
Barry picks it into the paint. Off the glass. No. Tapped up by Meeks.
And when Bell comes over. And on this in North Carolina, they got to figure out this zone. It's been ineffective getting the ball inside. Forced to take contested three-pointers. Great activity by the Ducks.
You want to have one playing two, or two playing one, I should say.
On the blocks, Meeks.
There's your answer.
And beat the #1 seed, the Jayhawks, without Chris Boucher, who ripped his ACL during the Pac-12 tournament.
And that made them big, and he could stretch the D. Nice entry here to Meeks, and patience at the ring. Great look.
Dorsey steps inside, off the front of the rim. And we got a player hobbling. It's Bell for Oregon.
And he didn't get back.
Taking advantage is Meeks.
It's changed. You've got to split seams. Nice breakdown.
Driving on Bell. Meeks takes it like it's a pass and banks it home. Dorsey.
Tough shot.
There's Britt. Flying to the ball. Tar Heels. Been down as many as 8. Trying to take the lead here. They do. It's Meeks again who's leading the way.
Man in the area.
Hicks. Baseliner. Tapped up again. It's Meeks.
Overhelp. They are really solid defensively on him.
Barry left open. Again, it's Meeks off his 6th offensive rebound.
And I was complimenting him at 260. He lost a lot of weight when he first got to North Carolina.
Oh, yeah, now he's felt to look in.
But the difference, the impact that young man has made, crashing the glass, that's what he's done his whole career, and showing he has a little explosion to the basket.
How can you can't find
Three-point shot that was much needed for the Ducks as they've seen Carolina go on quite a turnaround.
A nice play. They didn't get the screen, but they got the lob.
And another basket in the paint for
Zito. Look who's got a guard, too. He's going to play both ends.
Henson. Back stop.
How about that
Meeks is there.
How about that find?
First missed free throw of the game for the Tar Heels. Hustle gets it over to Meeks.
We've talked about his pass.
Just a fraction.
Yeah, if any. Jackson, if that's the matchup, he can elevate and get the jumper over Fox if he so desires. Nice dish.
To Meeks. That's Barry making. Hicks. Tapped up and in as Meeks returns. And
how focused they are. Their inside-outside game is on point. 24 points from the three-point line and 24 points in the paint. Fantastic job offensively for the Tar Heels.
Barry under the cylinder to May. Thought about it, comes back out smartly. As Henson.
Load up.
Meeks with 3 to shoot. Gets it to go.
Waste time. Swinging the ball side to side against this North Carolina team sometimes just doesn't matter with their size and length.
Offensive board, a staple of the Tar Heels. Meeks. Presence inside, can also shoot the 3, and a heads-up defensive play to get the ball back in the hands of this high-powered North Carolina offense. Led the ACC in points, led in scoring margin as well. Shot clock down to 10, a little frantic. Inside, Meeks wide open. 5-point game inside. Hicks bangs his way against Kingsley. No, the follow by Meeks. Too much side. They can Normally off the bench, he starts this second half. That's what Mike Anderson's talking about speeding him up, if that's possible against North Carolina. Meeks got it. Smooth stroke. Seton Hall Friday. Jackson to Meeks with the offensive board and the putback.
Post. They don't just have to have come out shooting threes. North Carolina, remember, they're the second assisting team in all of the country. The NCAA, they only have 12 right now compared to Arkansas's 14. That doesn't mean it's just great defense, which it is. It means you have to look for each other as well.
Good pass, Jackson. Meeks inside. Ferry, one-on-one, takes it in. And it's up, no good. Put back by Kennedy Meeks. Pulled away in the second half yesterday at Buffalo. Here's Jackson. And he's having a hard time finding the range with his shot here lately. As if they advance and as they carry on, North Carolina is going to need more. Jackson wants to go up top. Perry will take it himself. Following is Meeks. Woods back in there, got a little run in the first half. Here's Hicks, too strong off the glass, but the putback by
Meeks. Dribbling out and passing. He's trying to score.
2 points that should be made early. Carolina is a deeper team than Duke, and Carolina's playing for the second time in as many nights. Duke is playing for the third time in as many nights as Meeks.
Late, but anything mid-range, he can fall away, gets his shot off, he can create his own. That's a matchup against the North Carolina big guy that Duke is going to go to over and over again.
Look inside for Meeks. Jefferson's already got 1 foul. Meeks kind of throws up a prayer.
What a play. Isaiah Hicks tried to spin on Jason Tatum, took the ball away and turned it into 2 points.
And Carolina going inside at every 6 points in the early going for the Tar Heels.
And they've been easy baskets. You have to work hard for easy baskets.
And they're going in there again. In both. It was Jackson against Clemson and then Allen against Louisville. Big comeback by Duke. They were down 12 in the second half and came back to beat an excellent Louisville team by 4.
Well, they went to the zone. That was a big factor.
Meeks with 10 already.
The player they're most worried about with the 3 games in 3 days. Talked to Jeff Capel before the game, and he said they're really going to have to keep an eye on him and make sure they see how he's feeling, because the more he plays, the more pain he is in, but he looks good so far.
All right, Allison, thank you. Pinson spinning on Kennard, finds Meeks, who's got a dozen.
Coming off these handoffs, looking to fire. And if the big guy guarding Emil Jefferson is not right up, that ball's going up. Or the 3-point line, especially Grayson Allen, really keeping Duke in this.
Pinson lost it, got it back, and Kennedy Meeks is
aggressive to drive the ball.
What does Duke need to do in order to get Luke Kennard going? 5 points in the first half, but they all came at the free throw line as Meeks.
90, what is it, 98?
I believe 95.
95.
Yeah. And he's closing in on it. And Meeks is closing in. They're coming further north than they're used to coming to the ACC tournament.
And it's great. Look, Greensboro has been a wonderful place for the ACC tournament, as has Charlotte. There have been times it's been in Atlanta and Washington, D.C. We're 2-3 zone right now for Miami out of the out-of-bounds under.
And Meeks will make them pay with a turnaround.
Yeah, that's just way
down it from the corner for the Tar Heels. Pinson missing 19 games this year due to injuries. The first 16 of the season with a broken foot, then 3 midway through the year with a sprained ankle. As he got healthy is when Kenny Williams got hurt, suffered a knee injury, lost for the season. As Meeks has his second foul line jumper of the game. Missed by Reed.
Isaiah Hicks does such a good job of running the floor. They get into their secondary break, even against zone.
Hicks, nice bounce pass. Meeks with a finish.
That's absolutely beautiful. You get a flat.
Terrific year as well. 24-7, 12-6 in the ACC. Was not a part of the ACC tournament, not a part of the postseason last year, the self-imposed ban.
That is North Carolina right there. Luke May tips that out. When they can't get a rebound off a missed free throw, they like to tap it back. And if you're not alert to it, you're going to give up a basket just like that.
Saw Roy Williams as well, another Hall of Famer, 14th year at the University of North Carolina as the head coach. As Meeks.
Tough 2 instead of giving him a 3.
Tipped back in. Not tonight. Pinson one-on-one with Jones. Meeks is there.
At that time, short. with the layup, and Kennedy Meeks, who averages more than 9 rebounds a game, pulled it down for UNC. Lobbed inside for Meeks. He scored. Diakite. 12 straight points for Virginia. Meeks shoots it quickly before the double.
Tremendous job on the defensive backboards.
Pace quickening, that should help North Carolina. Meeks cleans up the miss. The air ball.
He's in earlier than Kevin Stallings wanted him because Jeter just picked up his second foul.
And that's one of the things that's hurt them, because normally if it's young or artists that gets in foul trouble, that limits them because they do have a short bench. They've been hampered by injuries, and that they do have that short bench. And so you have to be able to have guys who can finish. When you get into the last 5 minutes of the game, fatigue becomes a factor. Being able to execute, and that's something that Kevin Stallings has struggled with, but obviously been evident in some of the wins, most notably last Saturday when they won against NC State.
Meeks turnaround, short hook in the post. With the rebound. Jones, jumper. Here come the Tar Heels. Pinson into Hicks, batted away. Carolina still maintains possession. Meeks nice interior passing, and he gets the easy one.
Well, in order to win, as you said, great pass from Jackson, and Kennedy Meeks being able to stay alive with it.
With the ball, leading 40-28. Tar Heels shot 50% from three-point range in the first half. Kennedy Meeks picking up where he left off. Many successful years at Vanderbilt. Meeks seals. Reverse layup is good. One of the freshmen for North Carolina now in the game. Jackson to the basket. And the tip in by Meeks. With that tip in.
The last time was my buddy Dennis Scott and Kenny Anderson and myself, all averaging over 20 points a game.
Lethal weapon 3. Artist now with 16. Meeks inside against Nix. Gets the soft roll.
They stay big, they defend, do the things that they don't want to do. That's been on display today.
Tar Heels lead at 81-63. Isaiah Hicks picked up his 4th foul. That was allowed Manigault to go to the free throw line. Hicks finding Meeks inside. Nice bounce pass. Meeks completes the play.
45 seconds in, still scoreless. Meeks no. Hicks with a weak side rebound. Follow on the 3rd attempt, the 4th attempt.
He can take it himself.
Barry with a floater. Meeks again.
Cardinals need a score.
Snyder to Adele. He'll rise up for a 3, doesn't get it. Meeks with a good rebound.
Well, how about that box out on Jalen Johnson? That was big time.
His 9th rebound of the game. Tried to get it to Hicks, couldn't do it. Turnaround jumper is good.
And Tony Hicks able to finish that play. Hicks transferred in from Penn as a 5th-year transfer.
And again, back tonight for the first time in a month. You can see he's got his right hand wrap, playing with a broken bone in his right.
3 wins in a Virginia uniform. The program record is 110, held by Malcolm Brogdon, one of the many great players who's come through the program in recent years. And Brogdon now having a lot of success at the next level with the Bucks.
He's also going to have his jersey retired in Charlottesville on Monday.
Nice move by Kennedy. Shayok guarded by Pinson. And the long jumper in and out. The rebound to Hicks.
That was a forced shot without a lot of offense run and without making the North Carolina defense move very much. There's a lot of pressure on North Carolina right now. They're able to look inside.
Meeks muscles it up and in.
The rim protection they did when Bryce Johnson was in there blocking shots with his athleticism, and they're lacking the defensive presence that Marcus Page had. Remember, Marcus Page was the type of guy, they could put him on Malcolm Brogdon, and he actually did a great job on Brogdon in the ACC tournament.
Pinson off to Meeks.
They struggled against Duke. And this is a rough 3rd game in 6 days.
They're going to play Carolina again in 9 days, a week from Monday on the 27th. Pass. And Meeks with another finish.
Easy. And maintaining that continuity. Another good dive from the high post.
And another easy putback.
So what you're saying is you're old.
I'm old, yeah. But it's funny how the terminology changes. Used to be face-up format, a guy that could shoot. Now it's a stretch forward.
Stretch forward. Kennedy Meeks had
one and done.
North Carolina, everybody talks about what a great offensive rebounding team they are. They're an even better defensive rebounding team. It's going to be hard to get second opportunities.
Benson dumps it inside to catch and score for Meeks.
Now that went in the basket, Wes. I'm not sure you want to make a living on that kind of shot against North Carolina. You miss that one, and it's a 4-on-1 going the other way.
3-point lead for Carolina. Barry, here's Meeks the catch, and the layup.
Look at Capita go.
Dorn stayed with it, couldn't finish it.
If your big guy runs like that, Wes, don't you have to give him the ball?
Barry will get it to his big guy. Meeks on your 7. Little fall away. Kennedy Meeks. 14 for Smith of State's 23.
I don't know how you're supposed to defend that.
He can't. Meeks spins around here at 7 and lays it in.
They throw the ball to Abu, but he's got to work a little harder for it. That time he was just standing there. He was fortunate that Mabe was playing a little too far off defensively.
Look at Meeks. Scores and one for Henderson. And he turned it over to Pinson. Here's Jackson. Meeks ahead. And the layup good. The 75 tournament as a freshman, Phil Ford. Here tonight in Raleigh. Meeks kept it alive and scored against Abu. Gotham City.
You know, we've been talking about North Carolina and their rebounding, West. 10 players have played in the game for North Carolina tonight. All of them have at least one rebound. There's not one guy who's rebounding the ball. And Meeks, when he gets it that close.
Grayson Allen has been a different player his last 3 games, averaging 20 points a game, shooting over 50%. He has really done a great job.
May, nice touch pass. Kennedy Meeks will slam it home. And yeah, without Isaiah Hicks, who suffered a strained hamstring at practice yesterday. They don't expect it to be serious, but he's day-to-day, did not start, will not play tonight. So Luke May steps into the starting lineup. And May was really good in the first half. Minutes down a little bit because he suffered a couple of fouls. And there's Kennedy. Season that a lot projected for Duke with the talent they brought into the year, a lot of the injuries and other issues at the beginning of the year as Meeks.
Screen roll, an excellent roll by Harry Giles. Early on in the game, I commented I didn't think Jason Tatum looked comfortable offensively. He looks comfortable now, doesn't he?
It does.
What a player he is.
Yeah. Meeks over Giles, just using his strength.
That is the ACC. Jackson. Boy, inside the cylinder. Meeks got there and lays it in.
There's the offensive rebound start. As you said, 2 for 17 his last couple games, and now he's got 2 baskets already in this game.
And an Ironman. This is his 105th consecutive start for Notre Dame tonight. Barry trying to penetrate and kick. Meeks caught it, laid it in.
Nice little play on it.
Woods. Kick into the corner. The open shooter, Williams. Well, he was wide open, but tipped up and in. So Carolina up 5-4 as we approach the 6-minute mark at Greensboro.
That's why a guy like Barry becomes so important. He's a leader. He's a winner. Double up on Jackson.
Barry deep in the corner. Meeks with a touch off the window. Tough to stop that.
Luke May into the game. He kicks it back to a 3 from Britt. Can't get it to go. Meeks back into the game, and he picks up an off. 300. Why would you watch film on that guy?
Because I'm just a nerd when it comes to watching film. And great athlete. I think he's a better defensive back than he is a wide receiver. But he's got great closing speed. I'm excited for him. It's a good get for Pitt.
20-20 with 9 to go in the first half.
This team is engaged right now for Pitt. And you see them, and don't forget, they're 6 possessions away from being a 500 team in the ACC. A 1-point loss at Notre Dame and a pair of 5-point losses, and all of a sudden they're 4-4.
Great position by Meeks to see it's down. Meeks too big and too strong as he gets it to go off the window. Johnson knocks down another three.
A really good possession, though, where they got the ball on one side, down low, and then swung it around without a single bounce to find the open shooter on the outside.
And their coach wanted a timeout. Nobody saw him. Meeks underneath the basket. Oh, nice play by Kennedy. Meeks.
And Miami has cut the North Carolina lead to 3.
No, you can't let him catch it in there. Shoot perimeter jump shots.
That's the first three, and it's off the front of the iron, but Carolina does what it does best to keep this game within striking distance. Great pass inside to Meeks, who misses. Then he tips in his own rebound. Passes intended for others that have ended up in the hands of Carolina players. Too low for Meeks, who misses one. And they continue to put themselves in a bigger hole.
No dribble penetration there. Straight line threes have not been good for this team.
Looking inside to Meeks, but nothing doing. Then Berry comes in and finds him. What a pass. What
a few years ago, when Maryland was actually coming to town, he actually had his team sign their autograph in the middle of the floor. Felt that all along that this year that those two teams are the best two teams in the ACC and two teams that can go deep in the NCAA tournament. Wouldn't at all be surprised if they both ended up in the Final Four.
Great pass. Woods to Meeks for the flush.
You know what? Just, I've been here. Wow. He left that a little short.
Meeks got fouled and the basket.
Bowman, Robinson, and Turner going. They have really struggled in the last two games offensively, and this is the one thing Jim Christian said this is, it's pretty simple. We have to shoot the ball well.
Pretty good looking shot from. This is Berry. Meeks was there to finish it up.
I think Joel Berry's. At least they've cut down the turnover rate a little bit.
North Carolina by 7. Meeks on the entry.
Well, they're letting Popovich.
Williams collaborate on the stop. North Carolina just shy of 39% shooting, but they've got a tip in from 71% on the year for A.J. Turner with a couple. Played some prep ball at New Hampton School in New Hampshire. Other end, very quickly, it's Meeks for North Carolina.
Yeah, whether off of Kai Bowman.
This is Jackson twisting in the air. Hicks offensive glass right to Meeks, who lays it in for the Carolinas. North Carolina number 9, 6 teams.
Well, North Carolina and Florida State flip-flopped, and then but it's going to give the opportunity. There's gauntlets for everybody out there, and people can really improve their RPI internally in conference. And again, your schedule is Robinson, the dunk, and then the three.
It's a 3-point game. Just under 11 and a half minutes to go in the second half. Tom Wormy, Mike Jaminski, and our outstanding ACC Network production crew in Chestnut Hill, Massachusetts. Meeks backing down. Jeffers hit the deck. Meeks hit.
Yeah, he was a little bit stagnant that time. There wasn't a lot of ball or player movement, but Robinson has come alive in the second half. Able to shed that first half memory.
Meeks got the position and got around Jeffers.
Their win over Florida State here on Saturday, and a block shot by Jackson as he denied John Gillen the penetrator.
When you think about Berry, he's had as good a year as any point guard in the country. The only one I would say better from a major conference team would be Frank Mason III at Kansas. He has been absolutely spectacular, but Joel Berry's right there with him.
And we'll see Kansas in the second half of our big Monday doubleheader. Down to Jackson.
That'll miss that shot, but you like how he drove the ball. Because that's the next step for him.
And there's the advantage that Jay spoke.
I see what you did there. That was
yeah, thank you. Play on numbers. Very clever. Battle the miss. Battle for the rebound. Won by 7.
Looking to whip it inside, taking advantage of their advantage inside. This year with John Gillen on that front line.
Listed at 6 feet, that might be a little generous. Kennedy makes the tip in.
To shoot it. That way you'll establish a pivot foot. You'll be less likely to travel. Then you can make your move.
Berry off the mark. Meeks just ripped it away and scored with a little. Jackson to the goal. Meeks all alone. Nobody there.
He's an active target in the middle of that zone.
And Meeks active on the offensive glass. Tipped in.
Tough when you play this club in North Carolina.
Berry, baseline, spins it up, that won't go, but Meeks with the follow.
They've done a great job indicating Meeks on the inside.
Jackson shoots his right, he likes that shot, but Meeks with
club because they don't get a lot of minutes. Nobody plays better than 20-some minutes.
Meeks pounding it inside, again in close. The follow for two.
By Crawford. I thought Crawford could have gotten into the gap and gotten himself a better shot there. It's 2 possessions in a row now that Wake Forest hasn't gotten a good look at the basket. Little 2-3 zone here. Short corner, folks, and the dive.
Too easy, and Collins and Mitiglu just go with the jump shot. Second 3 of the game, and it's back to a 10-point lead.
With John Collins in foul trouble and just coming back in and not quite warm again for Wake Forest, the perimeters are going to have to step up and make shots to climb back into this game.
Carolina would love to get a third foul on Mitiglu or Collins, and a nice job keeping that one in the front court by
pass.
Pinson, and an easy layup. Points, and all of a sudden, Arians and Brian Crawford. Crawford now has 11. We're tied at 22. Have an important stretch here for Wake Forest. They've hit 2 big shots.
Yeah, really resilient from this young team. Because remember, folks, they've been up at halftime. Wow, what a nice baseline roll Arians behind to get him a 3.
Mitchell Wilbekin launches from 3 in and out, and that was close. They'll have 8 seconds to push it. Plenty of time, and they have a wide open Kennedy Meeks underneath. Big mistake. Time buzzer. And just like that, we're down to 10. Meeks to the hole. Easy layup. Nobody there. 20-year-olds.
Yeah. And what's so funny about it, it's a team sport, so there's more than one guy out there on the floor, but it has a tendency to impact and infect the entire team at times.
Collins did there. Back in. He doesn't pick up his long 3. Off the iron. Good offensive rebound. Crawford back into the game. That's Childress. High 3 doesn't go. Meeks with a good defensive rebound. And the push. He's got 8 rebounds tonight.
Yeah, I thought Childress should have driven that basketball after that shot fake.
Every trip, 7:30 on the clock, feels big, especially for the team that's trailing. Good pass. Meeks gets the ball on the baseline. How about Joe Blue blocked it? There's another block by Collins. Meeks follows it up and he gets it.
Kind of has a defensive backfield, doesn't he?
Yeah.
So Berry using the high screen here. Jackson looking for Meeks. Meeks never even posted. Meeks with the jam. Nice feed from him. Spurs and Suns. Woods with the rebound. And boy, what a relief for Brad Brownell to know you're getting a first-team all-conference performer back. Meeks steps through and able to put it.
You actually get some reasoned argument from the gentleman sitting opposite Stephen A. Smith, Max Kellerman.
Who has room for reason? If you were to argue what's the quickest fix for North Carolina, would it simply be Theo Pinson? Nice move by Meeks in the reverse. Meanwhile, North Carolina has hit 5 of its last 5.
Just been too quiet tonight for a team as deep and talented as North Carolina, for Grantham to be so quiet. He has now drawn the assignment of Joel Berry. They put some length and size on Berry.
Grantham at 6'8", Berry 6 feet even. Shot clock at 5. Berry pushes, drives, feeds Meeks with a beautiful pass. Here goes Britt. Gets into the paint. Over Jete. Meeks. And one!
This is a David versus Goliath matchup in many ways. That one won't fall, and there's Meeks for the tail. Continuing to lobby with Brian Dorsey there. Georgia Tech by 1. 7.5 minutes gone by here in Atlanta. Tim Brando, Mike Jaminski. Happy to have you with us here on the ACC Network. There's an alley-oop inside for Meeks. Woods found him.
The reigning conference player of the year in the MAC, and he's got 6 early for the Monmouth Hawks, who have won 9 straight, a school record. Kennedy Meeks off the feed.
Knows it's coming, but it's still difficult to defend, especially when you have the size up front that the Hills have in their front line.
Chris Brady shot no good, trying to go over Meeks. Back inside, Meeks through the contact and one. Hicks, nice feed. Big to big. It's Kennedy Meeks who's.
I would say that staying in-house would probably be a much greater aspect for them.
With the basket, Kennedy Meeks moments ago picked up his 800th career rebound. Kenny Williams can't get it. The tip in by Meeks is there. That's
game and what he's capable of at his size at 6'11". It's off to a very nice start in his rookie year, hitting 58% of his shots. The sky's the limit.
Well, he's got length, he's got size, he runs well, he's got good hands, and he's got to play behind two really.
To his left, banks it too.
Boy, he did a nice job of just hesitating just enough. He threw Meeks off there. That was like a pragmatic changeup. Meeks expected him to jump and gets it back.
Meeks ready to go.
Quick double team.
Outside for Berry, clean look. And a rebound tipped up not once but twice. Berry gave up the dribble. Here's Meeks pounding into the lane for 2. That is so tough to stop.
Basketball every year. I'm serious, till I got out of college, I was still getting a basketball for Christmas.
That's cool. Merry Christmas, Roy, from your favorite Christmas album.
That's right.
Here in the second half.
That's right. And what you're doing right now, if you're Ben Jacobson, is you know you really can't win this game. So let's finish strong. Get some of these younger guys some playing time as they get ready for Valley play. Nice.
Meeks to the other side of the iron on the reverse.
Incredible.
Tipped in by Big Kennedy. Hits the shot as well.
How about that? Great presence.
Tied at 10.
Amazing. On the 3-point in the dunk contest at the McDonald's game. What else you need?
Pretty good combo, huh? Berry
pretty lucky.
Leaves it for Meeks and one. Wow. Nice up and under, and that one will go for Meeks. 15. Able to hook inside, a little short, but the follow's good by Meeks.
Well, he ran around the rim. See if Berry can get the ball a little bit.
Meeks drop step to the baseline and score.
Quick and bad shots. Carolina's going to take it the other way in transition, and then you have no chance on the road.
Jordan Bowden missing a 3.
And Nate Britt, who is starting in place of Joel Berry, who Joel Berry was playing as well as any player, any guard certainly in the country when he got hurt.
Underneath, Kennedy Meeks just laps around the concourse while Tennessee was going through shoot around here this morning.
Yeah, he asked Rick. He says, it's so cold. Do you mind if I walk upstairs? He had no problem with it. Did a terrific job of realizing he had Kennedy Meeks on him and immediately drove him. That was freshman to freshman in a difficult environment.
Must have learned that from Jay Billis.
Yeah, exactly.
Quick buy-in where he doesn't have to work on those kinds of things. So the unselfish nature of those guys, as Kennedy Meeks knocks in one out. A little bit unorthodox.
A little bit?
But that was pretty good.
Meeks steps out, knocks down a 12-footer.
Yeah, the big man is capable.
And at least if you're going to turn the ball over against North Carolina, you've got to have dead ball turnovers so you can get your defense back and set.
Tar Heels working on a 7-0 run. Meeks. Great touch on the base.
Over 7. It's Holland.
Phillips, strong rebound.
He just had real issues finishing inside, missed a couple of layups, and then should have been able to convert on that.
North Carolina scored 67 points in their loss to Indiana. That was a season low on Wednesday. Probably not going to be a problem getting to 67 today. Meeks backing down. Nice soft bounce for Meeks.
People would be a little more excited. This team hasn't played at home in 3 weeks, and they had a chance to see their ball club for the first time in a while.
Meeks.
And then if you get in foul trouble, May can certainly come in and do a fine job for you.
8 rebounds for Meeks. North Carolina as a team, 49% from the floor today. Mike, that's an easy one for me. Senior from Charlotte, North Carolina. Fumbled away. Kenny Williams, who really lit the fire under this team as they came out of the locker room and stormed to the lead. Meeks basket is the 3. Meeks another rebound. 9 rebounds for Meeks.
Both he and Bradley closing in on double-doubles.
Meeks already has 3 double-doubles this season. He's got another.
Off the screen, wide open. Defense not efficient at all for North Carolina.
Jackson for Meeks. No way you're going to stop that with that kind of position.
Well, they last 17. Red convertible Mercedes.
That was the one you were leaning on in the corner.
Just go to dickvitalonline.com and click right there and make the donation.
Very nice.
Goes to the V Foundation.
Nate Britt, the senior, trying to bring Carolina back here. Gets it down to Meeks for the hook, and it's in.
Well, all of a sudden now, Meeks is starting to go. Go to the goal.
Kicks instead for Newkirk. Here comes the 3. In and out. That was in the cylinder.
So I don't think Bryant's selfish enough. I think Bryant's got to be a little bit more selfish. Want the rock down in the box inside.
Barry for Meeks. Yes.
Terrific 2-man play right there. Perfect.
A little bit down at the moment. Unlike the first 20 minutes and a turnover.
They reflect the play of the team. The crowd reacts to the team's performance. What about the plea by Isaiah Thomas? Come back home, Coach Knight. Come back home, he screamed to the crowd.
And that threw a huge ovation. Meeks again banks it in.
He's getting the ball too easily on the interior. You can see his potential last year was coming off the bench for them. And I'm missing a kid, Hartman, who can really stroke it. He's out with an injury. 2-3 zone right now. 2-3 zone. North Carolina, not a great shooting team from the perimeter.
They're bouncing inside. They're really going strong to me.
Double team clear. Koenig from the corner. Well, that hit the backboard first, didn't it?
Opportunities for both teams, but still scoreless. Into Meeks, the senior from Charlotte. Breaks the ice.
That was supposed to flex in it.
Happ switches hands and misses. Wisconsin 0 for 8.
He uses a ton of fakes, so you have to be prepared to stay on your feet and go up after he does in order to bother the shot. There's that wing ball screen in the secondary break. Good pass.
Deep position for Meeks. 6-0. Another rebound.
Got away with one. He went right into Meeks' chest, knocked him back.
Barry the lob inside for Meeks and count it.
North Carolina scored 8 of their points in the paint. Now going to a box set.
How about this, Jay, for Wisconsin? Nigel Hayes, Ethan Happ, Bronson Koenig, scoreless. Not a point for any one of the three of them. What a move by Meeks.
Be there. And that was just a great pass. Not enough pressure on the ball to take away vision.
Robinson back into the game for the Tar Heels. Now Meeks with Thomas on his back. Turnaround, yes.
Mr. Clinton. I think this is a really good defensive team, the Tar Heels. They are solid in every respect.
Tonight against Chaminade. Meeks gets free. Can't finish. And on the third opportunity,
Carolina's just so solid. They don't do anything spectacularly well, but they do everything well, especially that. Their offensive rebounding coverage is just fantastic. They just keep going after it.
Tay opening, and the three won't stay down.
What a play by Tony Bradley.
Yep.
Okay, he's a terrific player.
Yeah.
Okay, I couldn't be more impressed by him as a freshman.
And for a big guy, a 6'10", 240 guy, to get up the court, get knocked down behind the play, diving to save the ball, and then get back down and make a defensive play, pretty impressive.
That's a foul there.
Unselfish basketball, Bradley and buries the three. He's averaging 24 points per game through the first 2 games of the season for the Silver Swords. And again, if they're going to have any chance tonight, they're going to have to make a lot of threes. Meeks inside with some patience.
Well, good one's really their key, because this team's going to get better throughout the course of the season, too.
Barry. And a rebound for Kennedy Meeks. And Roy Williams probably loved to see that.
That ending dance done by Joel Barry was not the hula, although very impressive.
Controversial finish as Barry beats Pollard. Meanwhile, Jay, this is a 5-point game here. What Chaminade doing well is Meeks with a jump hook. What Chaminade here? Daly turns the corner, whips a pass to Pope. Open in the corner, Kawani. Back on the heels.
With Carolina playing a couple, there's a walk there.
Yeah, that was a walk.
Carolina playing a couple big guys. Those big guys are going to have to guard out on the perimeter.
Down to Jackson. Meeks, nice look. Williams wide open. And Meeks taps it back up and in. Good ball movement. Open Jackson.
Oh, that's a great reversal.
Kennedy Meeks up to Maui Invitational in North Carolina. Leading 44-31.
says he's the best shooter on this ball club.
Cleared academically and physically just this past Friday, hours before the road game at Tennessee. Meeks down low. Pretty spin move and the finish. But Meeks more. Britt checks back in and whip it outside to Jackson. Now down low. Outstanding ball movement.
Every day in practice with their bigs, and Hicks has shown improvement this season.
Britt thought about it, feeds the post, Meeks back to work. And a nice
good about it, he knocked it in. And for Chattanooga, you look at McKinday London, again, a guy that they tout as the best shooter on the team as a 6'9" player.
Inside the Meeks, that's too easy. Time all SoCon performer, now in double figures with 10.
Jones missed all of last year, breaking his foot prior to the game against Baylor.
Meeks back to work.
Right to the undersized Chattanooga front line.
Pryor, an open look. Short from bonus land. Britt. 1-on-3. And wisely pull it outside to Barry, who just checked back in. Down low, Meeks. Too easy.